What up? It's Aaron Moses, and this video is about writing stories to manifest. More so, how and why this technique works. Now, a couple years back in 2018, I made a video with Andrea Brahm, on writing stories to manifest, where I covered the basic techniques to writing a story to manifest. Now, this is a very similar technique to, listing goals and writing out the details of what do you need to do to get them done, but a lot more creative and a little bit more complicated, a little bit more complicated. Okay, so actually, number one, I discovered this technique in jail. So basically, what you do is, I'm going to give you a couple of these steps. Basically, what you do is you write a story and you make the main character someone that has your energy, whether they be the same gender as you or the opposite sex, right? And through this story, you list a specific goal at the end. All right, you list a specific goal and you put different events that you either do want to happen or do not want to happen. At some point, you do have to put something that you might consider a challenge or something that you might consider negative. But why does this work? This works because you are tapping into a parallel universe. You're tapping into an alternate universe and you are creating what is called thought forms. Now, yesterday when I was studying a little bit of quantum physics, a little bit of quantum mechanics, a little bit of parallel universe uh, theory, I came across a specific type of information. I'm going to share that in a different video. But I was thinking, wow, this is exactly what I was saying in my video on how to write a story to manifest. But so the whole thing is you're projecting your energy into the future. Okay, you're projecting your energy into the future and you are giving life to something that does not necessarily exist, and you are connecting with it. So this technique, this ritual is very effective. Why haven't I used this lately? Because I discovered it by accident. I discovered it by writing a couple stories and going through life and seeing, wow, I wrote this. This is exactly what I wrote in my story. Then I went back and read it and I was like, what? Because in my stories, every time I write stories, I always make my main character someone who is an extension of me, someone who might have the same issues as me, someone who might have the same goals as me, someone who might aspire to be the same things that I aspire to be or have what I have. So for example, in one of my stories, of course, I wrote about a coven. And at the end of the book, well really the thing about that is, if I known what I was actually doing, I wouldn't have wrote it like that at all. But what I did was I split myself into five different people. Someone that is more earth, which I probably made her a Capricorn. Somebody that's fire. Of course, that was the main character, the Aries. Someone that was water, a Cancer, and then someone that was a Libra, and then somebody that was probably a Pisces or something. I can't remember that fifth person, but I split myself and my personality into five different people and just gave them different challenges and things. And the struggle from the beginning to the end is exact. Well, not the end, obviously, because she ended up becoming a millionaire and all this crazy stuff. But yeah, I definitely recommend this technique. Now, the only challenge that you might run across is how you want to end the story and making sure that the character does not die at the end of the story. But why does this work? Because you're not only are you creating a thought form, you are tapping into a parallel universe and channeling what has already happened somewhere or something that is already happening to someone simultaneously. So that's why and how it works. You're creating, empowering, and you're using your creativity, and you are putting your desires and your energy and your personality. You're using all seven chakras to create this scenario. Okay, is this more effective or more powerful than writing a list of goals and just going out into the world and doing it? Yes and no. This takes more time, this takes more thought than just writing down 20 goals. Okay, now I want to get a camera, excuse me, with a microphone, an interface, a light, a car. I want to get a better job. I want to get a new crib that's bigger than this in a better neighborhood that's only a couple more $100. That's a little bit more, that's a little bit more practical, but a lot less magical. So I do want you guys to, even if it's a short story, even if it's, this book was probably like 130 something pages. Even if you want to write a short story, just practice it. Even if it's, 5 pages or less, because I know a lot of people don't like to fit, and you have to physically write it with your hands. Okay, I know a lot of people don't like to do that anymore, but plan it out. Plot the plot twist, the protagonist, the antagonist, the supporting characters, the settings, the conflict, the solutions, all of that. Write everything down. They don't. The person does not have to be the same gender as you. The person does not have to be in the same country as you. Just make sure you put your heart into that person. Make sure they have that essence. Make sure you know this main character is me. And there are going to be things that I have to write that are not the most positive, that are challenging. Make sure that they trigger some kind of emotion inside you. But if you want me to, I can rewatch that video and redo it because it probably got like 50, or it probably got a decent amount of views, actually. But I can go find it off of Facebook. If you're watching this on Facebook, yeah, what up? Um, Make sure to share this. But yeah, that's the real reason why this works, because you're creating a a thought form. You're creating, this story is an entity. You're putting your energy into the universe with all seven chakras. Okay. And you're tapping into a parallel universe where this is already happening, because you are putting your mind, body, and soul in this. It is create it's going on somewhere. Okay, this is pretty much, I don't know if you guys are familiar with the show Chalk Zone, but it's pretty much like that. How the main character would draw an imaginary, he would just draw characters. The main character would draw characters, and when he would erase them or throw them in the trash, they would be real in Chalk Zone. It's the same premise, because you are creating this story, because because you're a god in this situation, you're God in real life. But if you being God in this situation is giving this story life, it is real somewhere. Okay, just make sure you put as much detail in it as possible. And again, guys, try this. even if it's Even if it only takes you a week to write it, you write maybe a half a page a day, and you got everything written out. Boom, go ahead and put it in the universe and see what happens. Okay, and it does, of course, don't make this guy is homeless, and he has such a sweetheart, and then he was walking down the street and Juicy J rode past him in a limousine and was like, "Hey, bro, you want some lean?" Not that, all right. I mean, if you want, hey, anything's possible. I don't want to limit you, but make sure, from rags to riches, from homeless to helper. Like, I get it, but make sure it's practical, and make sure the amount of time is practical for you to achieve this goal. Even if it's like, hey, this dude was walking on the street, he found a wallet, and then he was gonna return it to the person. He found their address, and he found another wallet, and then freaking he went to the house, and they're like, "Oh my god, that was my granddad's wallet. He lost it like 3 years ago, and he left me $1 million." and I have cancer, and I'm gonna give you the $1 million, and then you have $1 million, and then you buy a car and stuff. I don't know, but I don't know. I'm so itchy. It's three bites right here. I don't know if you can see them. Mosquitoes and spiders been eating on me. But yeah, that's it, guys. If you want me to go further or redo that video, please let me know. I actually need to redo it and upload the old version so you guys can see. What's up? What's up, bro? What's up, bro? Definitely shout out to Flyboy Chip. Bro, definitely watch this video over when it posts, and then my new video. You would definitely be interested in this topic. But this could work with songs too, guys. Now that I think about it, you don't have to just write stories. You can write a song of your perfect life. Okay, a lot of people manifest through writing about things that don't really exist in their life, writing about fantasy. A lot of people manifest through wearing fake jewelry. A lot of people manifest through wearing bootleg hats and bootleg Jordans and bootleg Gucci. A lot of people manifest a lot of great things. A lot of people specifically in certain communities, because when, let's say, I'm gonna end on this. Let's say if I had a pair of $250 Ray-Bans, but a lot of people didn't believe they were real because, you know, but let's say if you have the luxury of, not the luxury, my bad, if you are someone who can pull off wearing some fake stuff, and people are convinced they're real just because of the area you might live in or the race you might be, you will manifest that Gucci bag if you're wearing a fake Gucci bag. Or you might not manifest an actual Gucci bag. You might manifest some money because people are looking at you like, wow, this person's wearing Gucci. They must be made out of money. And you'll find that money. And it's that same thing. You're writing a story in other people's minds by you wearing fake jewelry, by you wearing fake Gucci, by you wearing fake Louis, by you doing what you're doing. You're writing a story in people's minds. You're sending a message to people subconsciously with these logos. All right. But that's all I gotta say, man. It's Aaron Moses. I'm the bang, you the bang, we the bang together, man. Life is in the breath, breathe it in. Peace.